Good morning, Buckeye teachers. Kim Rimby here from the district office, and today I am going to talk with you about multiplication of multi-digit numbers. You may or may not have noticed that prior to 5th grade, this multiplication standard algorithm is not part of your standards. The 5th grade standards say that students are supposed to be using the standard algorithm, but in 4th grade and even in 3rd grade, the students are supposed to be using strategies based on place value, properties, and the relationship between multiplication and division. So today I'm going to share a couple of strategies with you that you can use in your classroom. Please note that our textbook is using the standard algorithm too soon. So what you'll want to do is you can still use the same numbers, but ask your students to use these kinds of strategies rather than the standard algorithm, because that's not where it's at yet. And so let me just share with you a couple of strategies. Know that I'm going to offer a couple of workshops in January and February. So if you want to learn more how to do this and get a chance to interact with the content, please sign up for those. But for now, I'll just share with you a couple of strategies. So let's start with something as simple as 12 times 14. So let's say I'm going to use an area model, which means that I'm going to think about finding the area of a rectangle. So here's the axes, and let's say I'm going to multiply 12 times 14. So thinking with base 10 blocks, that would be 12, 10, 11, 12. And this would be 14, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I'm going to multiply 12 times 14. So here I have 10 times 10, which would give me 100. 10 times 4, 10, 20, 30, 40. 10 times 2, 10, 20. And then 4 times 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here I have 100 plus 40 plus 20 plus 8. If I add those together, 100 plus 40 plus 20 plus 8, I have 168. So that's the area model or the area strategy that you might use. Another option you might take is sort of an innovation on that. Rather than drawing out the base 10 blocks, you actually just make a rectangle. It's often called the rectangle model. So what I'll do here is simply draw a rectangle or a square. And I'm going to show 12 as 10 plus 2 and 14 as 10 plus 4. And I'm going to multiply much the same way. 10 times 10 is 100. 4 times 10 gives me 40. 10 times 2 gives me 20. 4 times 2 gives me 8. And then I can add 100 plus 40 plus 20 plus 8 gives me 168. As you can see, these end up being very similar. This is the area model, this is the rectangle model, but really what you're looking at is how would it play out if you were finding the area of a rectangle. So let's try it with another number. Let's try 24 times 3. So just 2 digits times 1 digit. Here, all I would need to do is make a rectangle that shows 20 plus 4 times 3. I don't have to have 2 rows here because 3 is a single digit number. So you just need the number of boxes in that direction as there are digits in the number. So now I can multiply 20 times 3 is 60, 4 times 3 is 12, and then add those together. 60 plus 12 results in 72. Now, another way that students will often do this is they can use a decomposing strategy, where you take 24 and you're going to decompose it into 20 plus 4. So let's see. I'm just going to come over here, and I'm going to take 3 times 20 and 3 times 4. So 20 times 3 gives me 60. 4 times 3 gives me 12. And once again, I can see that 60 plus 12 gives me 72. Now, the beauty of using a decomposing strategy next to a rectangle strategy is the students can see how are they similar and how are they different. We have 60 and 12 in both of these and a result of 72 in both of these. So have the students take a look at how you had 20 plus 4 here and you had 20 plus 4 here. This is a really nice transitional strategy prior to teaching the standard algorithm, which once again, what grade level? 5th grade. So prior to 5th grade, we should be using these kinds of strategies based on place value, and properties and the relationship between multiplication and division. One last try with this. Let's take a look at 24 times 32. So as you can see, each of these are 2-digit numbers. So we're going to need 2 rows going across and 2 columns going up and down. So here I will draw out 20 plus 4 and 30 plus 2. 20 times 30 is 600. 2 times 20 gives me 40. 30 times 4 gives me 120. And 2 times 4 gives me 8. So when I add up those partial products, I end up with 768. So that right there is the rectangle model. I also shared with you today how you can use a decomposing model in conjunction with the rectangle model. And then, of course, we have where it all starts with the area model. So try these out, see how your students do with them, and know that in January or February that class will be offered. So please come join me so we can really dig deeper into these and many other strategies for teaching multiplication prior to the standard algorithm. I hope this helps unravel a couple of questions you may have had, and until next time, see you later.